The golden years, retirement. Kids are gone, enjoy the grandkids. But for some of us, that's not the case. So today on the WINS Life Hacks and Life Coaching channel, your coach, Casey Turton, is going to take a look at depression in older adults. Let's have a caveat that says I'm a life coach and I help people get from point A to point B in their life. I'm not a therapist. If you have a loved one that needs professional services, please reach out to a mental health therapist, or in an extreme situation, please call this hotline number below here. I'll keep this up every once in a while in this video today. In the meantime, let's take a look at some of the causes and some of the symptoms of depression in older adults. The first sign or symptom that I want to talk about is persistent sadness. By the way, a lot of this information comes from the National Institute of Health, and you can find the link in the comments below. But if your loved one or yourself is consistently feeling melancholy, upset, distressed, just basically sad, and don't feel like participating, you may be suffering from depression. Second system is lack of interest. You get invited to be a mall walker or join a card club or a breakfast club, and you just don't feel like doing it. You just want to sit home, watch television, take naps, and daydream all day. Lack of interest. That's the second symptom. Symptom number 3 is fatigue. You know, we're not 22 years old anymore. We're not going to run 10 miles. I know there's always those great examples of an elderly man or woman who does fantastic, amazing things. But for the most of us, if we're just too tired all day to do anything, it may not be a physical problem. It could be an emotional problem like depression. This fourth one is pretty common among older people, but it can sneak up on you, and it can disguise itself just as insomnia. But watch out for those sleep disturbances where you just can't get a good night's sleep, and you toss and turn and wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and can't get back to bed. There's something going on, and you need to recognize that. And before it becomes a major problem, you might want to talk to your physician or a mental health therapist about, I haven't had a good night's sleep in fill in the blank number of months or years. It's very important. Sleep is so critical to good health. Number 5 is weight changes. Watching out for weight changes. Now, I wouldn't mind a few weight changes myself, but that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is sudden gaining of weight for no reason or loss of weight. When you see your weight fluctuating and you say to yourself, I'm not really on a diet, what's going on here? That's a tip-off that you need to look a little bit deeper into the cause. Next is general irritability. And I'm sure we all know the cranky old man or cranky grandma who just can't be happy and wants to start a fight with everybody, and be standing in line at a grocery store or just at a family picnic, and someone's being a rascal, let's just put it that way. That points to something else going inside. And it's a good tip-off that there's issues bubbling underneath that perhaps need to be dealt with, okay? That's another symptom of depression in elderly adults. This seventh one, I'm counting right, correct? That's the seventh one, is really a cornerstone symptom, if you ask me, and that's a feeling of worthlessness. You know, as we get older, we're told and we're shown in the media that older people forget things, can't walk, too old for this, can't be at work anymore, and we feel out of the rhythm of life, and we basically feel worthless. We don't feel like anybody's counting on us anymore. We don't feel like our opinion is valued. This is a really good sign that there could be depression lurking in the background, and to be cautious with this. So those are the symptoms. Now let's talk about the causes. Probably the number one cause of depression is elderly folks, older adults that live alone. You've spent a lifetime building your family, building your friends and community. All of a sudden, through relocating or death, marriages, kids moving away, you find yourself alone and lots of time to fill. And that can be a stone on your back and make you feel lonely and create that depth into into depression. I don't think anybody's going to argue with this one, and that is health issues creating emotional states of depression in older people. As we get older, we tend to oftentimes let our health slip and disregard warnings, whether that be headaches or stomach aches or, can't sleep, like I said earlier in the presentation. Go for those physicals, get your labs done, talk to your doctor if you feel that your health is getting in the way of enjoying life and creating depression. How many times have we been prescribed pills and medications deemed necessary by a physician? I'm not saying they're wrong, and I'm not saying you shouldn't take them. I'm just saying to be very aware of any side effects by a combination of drugs or a single drug that could alter your moods, alter your perception of your life, and cause depression. Please speak to your attending family physician. Keep on top of your medications. Understand what they do to you and why you're taking them and how long. And of course, don't get off a medication until you've spoken to your physician. This one's probably the mother of all depression, light or heavy, and that's retirement. We are promised from financial advisors, no offense to them, that if we do this, that, and the other thing, we're going to be golden when we get older, only to find out that life has gotten in the way. And now we're going to retire, and now we have financial issues or lifestyle issues, or we just don't know what to do with ourselves. So if we feel like that, if I begin to feel depressed because of retirement, I need to find alternative activities that are going to fill my time with positive action and make those very important social connections. Let's look at this last cause of depression in older adults, and that's fear. We get to the point of our life where sometimes we don't have anybody to talk to, and we get news that makes us feel afraid of the future. That could be physical news, and that could just be the world around us and the media telling us what's going on out there, and we feel vulnerable. So that fear can lead to depression. And again, a good remedy for that is social surroundings, interacting with your family or friends, church, organizations, volunteering. Get back into life and reduce that fear and that depression. So I just want to close with a sincere thank you for watching the WINS Life Hacks and Life Coaching channel. And I want to ask you again, if you know someone who is older and struggling with depression, please reach out to a mental health professional or the hotline number, which I'm bringing up again here. In the meantime, I don't even know why we say this anymore because everybody knows this on YouTube. If you found this content valuable, please like and subscribe to the WINS Life Hacks and Life Coaching channel, where every week I try to bring good content to help us all become better people. So I'll see you in the future.